So we're trying to gather up the cows to go to the back gate here. They don't understand what's going on because this is all new. But we got triticale or something planted in here. It's a cover crop over the winter time. I don't think it's triticale. It's something else. It's just grass seed, honestly. But it's grown up pretty good. You can tell. Zoom in here. It's grown up pretty well. And so we're trying to bring them over here so they can come in here and eat, so we don't have to feed them as much. I love it. Love running cows in the new fields, new pasture, because they just jump around like a bunch of puppies. They're not really jumping around right now, but sometimes they do. Especially if they've been cooped up for months, they just tear it up. They're gonna have this mowed off in a week, I'm sure. So, I am hoping that this, where am I gonna put this? Probably under the seat. Put that right there for now. Anyway, we're fixing fence today. And I'm hoping that I have this camera angled the way it should be for now, because my phone is down in the pasture on the side-by-side. So okay, so this is a fence post pounder. This is the little section of fence that we're fixing. And it's pretty neat. I'll get a little closer. Just hooks up to the tractor, to the hydraulics. But I am gonna set you guys up right here, maybe. No, that's not gonna work. What about right there? How about that, huh? Let me sit you down a little bit. Pick you up a little bit. Yeah. I know he wants to put the leave those on the mule, but I figured just put them on the tractor because that's what we brought him down with. Anyway, so see what I'm filming. What I had you guys on was a tripod, and it was I mean, I'm still using it. It's pretty neat. I'm dragging along some wire with me. There's manhole back here. Let me all right, perfect. Anyway, get a little closer to this fence post pounder. Let's see how that works. Nothing super crazy, but it works.
Don't show how crooked they are.
No, they're straight. So what happened was, I'll explain it. We had, I think, there was like posts probably the size of this here, maybe a little bit bigger. I mean, you've seen them in the video. They were a lot bigger than that. They were probably more the size of the post that's right down there at the very end. But the thing is that they were in the ground, but they were only in the ground probably like 2 foot. And what happens is with fence posts, especially when you put them in the ground, they over time, when it gets warm and cold, it pushes them up out of the ground. But these boards were acted as a brace back in here. And so now we're just replacing it with these nice treated posts, putting them a lot deeper in the ground so that we don't have any problem with the cows getting out. Because if the cows get out, then we have a problem. But they already ate that field off. You seen that in the beginning of the video. We turned them loose in there. Well, now this is starting to grow up and get nice and thick and tall, as you can see. I put the camera down to the ground. And so, but they're gonna have this mowed off in like a week. So we only have like 30 cows, so just goes to show how much they eat. Guys, so the last 2 weeks, I want to say. I guess I want to say this week and last week. Well, no. I posted a video last Monday or last Friday, one of the two. I have to look at the channel. But I didn't post one this past Monday. So this past Monday would have been, I believe, the 21st or the 22nd. I don't have my phone with me, so I can't look. But I think that's around the time frame that we're looking at, because tomorrow is May 1st, today's the 30th, 29th, Saturday, 28th, Friday, 7, 6, 5, 4. No, it'd be the 24th. It was the 24th that I didn't post. But mainly because I told her to stay on the gator, and now she's running around wreaking havoc because she hates squirrels. But it's muddy. It's a mud pit. We just got like 2.5 inches of rain overnight. It's ridiculous. And we're supposed to get more rain Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that would be May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But I normally try and post every Monday at 10 a.m. and every Friday at 10 a.m. But sometimes the Fridays don't always work because I don't have enough content to film, or it's raining and I can't film the content that I want to film. So normally it's usually every Monday I post, but I didn't post last Monday because I honestly genuinely did not have anything to post. So I apologize for that, but I'm going to try and put a video up for you guys today. I want to change the fuel filters on my 1066. I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm just filling up some corn buckets today. It's Sunday evening, getting ready for the week. I kind of try and like to fill up as many corn buckets as I can for Pap and Trenton, because sometimes when I work late, I'm not here to help with the barn work. So I want to make sure they have enough corn buckets so they don't have to worry about filling them when I'm not here. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to get these filled up, take them back down to the barn, find some more. And then next time I see you guys, I'll have the tractor up at the house changing fuel filters. So we'll do that. All right, so I had the dogs with me and I filled up 8, and I grabbed another 4 empty buckets and filled them up. They took them up to the house. So I can start this tractor and let it run for a hot minute before I drive it up to the house. But these tractors are very simple. They're not hard. I mean, a 3-year-old could work on these tractors. You know, the filters are all easy to get to. I change fuel filters once a year. Now, I don't know what other people's opinions are on servicing their equipment and whatnot, but me personally, I think maybe I only put 50 to 100 hours on this tractor every year. Maybe 150 if I'm lucky. We use them for a lot of hard work and whatnot, so in a sense they do get used hard, but not like hard in a way where we're hooking an 18-foot offset disc up to them. It's not that at all. We just use them a lot. But anyway, you know, these fuel filters, it goes the same for 86 and 66 series, so they're all the same. There's so many YouTube videos on YouTube about the 86 series and the 66 series. They're super identical. I'm sure you can look up a bunch of videos on them, but I'm not going to do one because there's so many. So with that being said, I'm going to fire this thing up and then take it up to the house and change the filters on it. Turn the key. I don't like to start this thing like some guys in the wintertime. They crank the fuel up like halfway, and then when it fires up, it goes up to like 1600 RPM or something like that. I could be wrong, but I like to just find the bump stop in it. So like there's the whole way off. I push it up and you can see it clicks. So now it's in the position where it'll start. So I just go a little bit, like 1/4 inch, and then I hit the button. Well, I definitely didn't have it turned up enough, but you understand what I'm saying. I think that should be enough corn buckets. I think I got probably between 10 and 15 corn buckets there filled, so that should be enough. All right, so the filters that I use are Napa Gold 339 or 3339 and a 3336. So for short, 3336, 3339. You can get them at any Napa. I don't know if they're cheaper than Fleet Guard or not. I can't promise you that. I think honestly Fleet Guard is cheaper than Napa's. I have to fill these filters because this right here is my primer for my fuel filters. So when you change them, you're supposed to untwist this wing nut, fold this thing down, and pump fuel into your filters. But it doesn't work. I need to get it fixed. The problem is when I tried to use this the first time, it leaks like a sieve and it squirts fuel everywhere. So I just don't use it. I fill the filters. You're not supposed to do that. I know a lot of guys that do fill the filters because technically it's unfiltered fuel. Same with your oil filters. It's unfiltered oil. But at the same time, it's new fuel. It should be clean. But again, it's all on what your preference is. So, and these aren't supposed to be absolutely tight. Just take your filter wrench, spin them off. I don't have mine super tight because that's not what you want to do. But here's another thing. This fuel filter here, if I'm correct, it's constantly pouring fuel out of the tank, like gravity fed kind of thing. I think we'll find out when I take it off. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this one off first. Jesus. So you can see there's not a lot of fuel that went everywhere. I'll just set that down there for now. So actually, not the 339. Let me get this fuel filter ready so that in case it is spewing fuel out, I can just spin it on there. And it is, yeah. Oh my God, here we go. Okay, that should fill. As you can tell, I made a mess. You're gonna make a mess when you do this. It's not like there's a rubber hose here that you can pinch off with a pair of vice grips and not make a mess. It's like your coolant filter. Your coolant filter is supposed to have 2 spin valves, and maybe this does, but I just don't see it. Maybe behind this panel there's a valve that you can close the tank off, but I haven't checked that, so I clearly have a mess here. This filter should fill. If there's fuel coming out of the tank like that, this filter should fill. So, but in that case, I'm gonna go get some rags. I'll be right back. All right, so my advice here, you wanna make sure that you leave the filter in the box if you're gonna put it on an uneven surface. I got that filter on, and it should be full. If it wasn't full when I put it on, so if there's fuel going down in there, it's gonna be full. The only thing is, like, you wonder, well, why isn't this fuel filter, why isn't it flowing over into this? I don't know. I can't explain that one to you. Some of you probably will be able to explain that to me in the video, because maybe I'm doing some of this wrong, and if I am, please let me know. Give me a different way of doing it, but this is the way I've done it ever since I owned the tractor in 19. So it's worked ever since then. So as far as I know, this is the best way to do it. So let's do that. Let's fill this filter. I got diesel fuel here in my fuel can. Fill that up if it'll come out. There it is. And you don't want to like make a mess, so try not to make a mess. So I kind of made a mess, which is normal for me. But just take a little bit of that diesel fuel, rub around on that gasket. That way when next time you go to change them, take them off. Pretty easy. So I'm just going to throw that there down in my pan. I'm going to spin this one on. Now, don't freak out, you know, when you start tractor and it like shuts off or anything like that. You might just have to open these bleeders up a little bit or do something of that nature, and you'll be fine. Now, I don't know how some guys do these filters, but every time I change filters on a tractor, I make sure I take a Sharpie and I write the date I changed them, and if the hour meter works, I write the hours on the filter. Just so I know when they were changed and that I'm changing them within like the time frame that I want to change it. Like this one here, I don't know if I wrote on this or not yet. It was changed to 81.95 hours. I didn't put the date on this for some reason. I don't know why. I forget why. But anyway, let me tighten these filters, this one up. You just want to go like 2 turns. That's about it. But if you're like me, kind of want that symbol to show. It's good enough for me. But as long as you can You just don't want them too tight. A lot of guys say hand tight, this and that. 2 or 3 turns after you get them hand tight. I don't really think that hurts too much. Just don't be cranking them on there until you can't get them off. It's a good catch. Just don't be tightening them up on there until you can't get them off at all and you have to change the housing or something stupid like that. And I have been sick for the past 2 days, so I've been kind of like a bum on the freaking couch. But anyway, so yeah, now all that's left, you guys start tractor up. I usually let tractor run for like 5 minutes just to make sure, you know, if there's any air in that system at all, it's out. And then of course, whatever's left in the can, I put in the fuel tank. So let's do that now. All right, so I always use Sharpie. I think they're the best. You're not gonna change my mind. I know Milwaukee makes a big permanent pen or some bullshit like that, but I don't. I stick with Sharpie. It was the same way in school. Sharpie was the best, and then when I graduated, everywhere I went to work, everyone's like, use Sharpie. So that's what I use. So I normally just pick an area on the filter to where you can see. So today is the 30th, so we'll put 4, 30, 23. And then the hours, we'll get up here and look at the hours, are 82:44. So we'll put 8, 2, 4, 4. So now that's done, and I know in my brain that I changed both of these, so I don't need to write on both of them. I just write on one. So now that's done, we'll start tractor up. Make sure we don't have any problems, which we shouldn't. Now, there you go, there you see it. That little umph was a little bit of air in the system, but other than that, now it's running, it's fine. Sometimes I bump the fuel up on it a little bit, just so it pulls a little bit more fuel from the tank and the pump, and if there's any more air in the system, it gets it out of it. But normally it'll have like half a miss like you just seen in the video, and then it's done, it's gone, and it's fine. So all right guys, so that's all I have for you today. Next weekend, I think things are going to get better. We're going to try and start planting corn next weekend, maybe. I got to talk to Pap and see what his plans are for that. All the corn ground that we're going to plant already got sprayed. So with that being said, let me see, because I don't know. Yeah, that's better. I don't know if there was water on the lens and it was portraying on the picture when you guys are watching this. So I'd rather that not be the case. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's going to be more videos to come. I'm going to work on trying to post it at least twice a week. I want to get my sickle bar mower out that I bought last year. That is on the channel. You have to dig down deep into the videos of last year. There's a piece of corn that just fell on the tractor. Damn squirrels. But anyway, I want to get that sickle bar mower out and do some mowing on these banks and try it and see how it works. Because it's basically a brand new sickle bar mower. I pretty much stole it. So and we'll get into that piece of equipment more in the video that I use it to mow with. So all right guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.